everybody, this is Lighthouse Hall of Fame film from Murovanka. Standard mode north spawn. We're in the European server with Vorkorsigan again in this T21. This is the last of our little string of T21 films. The next at least 7 films are going to be with different tanks, and 3 of the next 7 are going to be #1 entries for the tank that they enter in. It's going to be a 1357 GF, PZ38NA, and a Type 64. In this battle, there's 3 scouts apiece, 3 arty apiece. Enemy team only has 1 TD, lots of heavies at the top of the lineup. His team has 3 TDs, lots of heavies at the top of their lineup. Pretty equal teams overall. And if he's... let's see where he goes. Okay, he's coming over. If you notice a trend here, you see Sebastian Potato come over here all the time. Here's Vorkorsigan coming over here. If you ever see me in a Murovanka entry, you'll see me come over here. There's a reason for that. It's because it's one of the best places for a scout to go, whether you're in standard or in counter mode. There's the bush right ahead of him, and there's another bush off to the right there. There's a little rise in the terrain. Now here comes a bulldog straight at him. There's just enough of a rise in the terrain that especially the lower profile scouts can hide behind, both ahead and to the left. Enemy tanks don't normally sit down in this area because they get shot if they do. Your only vulnerabilities are if they move up here and are on top of a hill, they can shoot at you. If somebody runs up through here, they can light you up and shoot at you. And depending on where you're at and where the tanks are over here, sometimes tanks up on the ridge here can snipe at you. But in all cases, just moving 10, 20 meters gets you out of line of sight. And then you can get concealment back and move up and start spotting again. Now, in this battle, he's going to have issues because there's nobody east of him. And so if he stays here, it's just a matter of time until he's going to get flanked and overrun. I think he realizes that, and he's heading off to the west to go get with his team. He was basically going to end up at best spotting for a team that had nobody in position to take advantage of the spots except for the artillery. And the longer he stayed there, the more vulnerable his position became, so he's wisely moving back over here to the west. Looks like the IS-6 is moving over that way. Sometimes you have to change what you do because of how your team deploys. You could be in like the best position on the map like he was for a scout, but it's useless if he doesn't have support tanks nearby to help him out, which he didn't have.
We didn't even scratch them. Penetration.
Track the F-5916.
We didn't penetrate their armor.
So he sees the 2 mediums to the northeast corner, but he figures there's enough allied forces back there to take care of him. But with the enemy team's Murovanka tanks Murovanka Magic Force tanks way up here, it leaves him a gap to split down here and come in and spot from the south. Or attack. There's a nice group of bushes up ahead that make really good spotting location. Just down in this area, there's a whole bunch of bushes you can spot from, and it's great for locating tanks over here and sniping depending on where you're at, where they're at.
Critical hit. Critical hit. Target released.
Kind of a strange game because neither team sent very many tanks over towards the Magic Forest. What's left of it.
What didn't go through? Penetration. Where'd they go? Target
Somebody needs to tell Wargaming that deforestation is a global issue and it's bad, and they need to stop doing it.
penetration. Enemy vehicle destroyed.
If they keep removing bushes and trees every map update, they're going to
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
augment the global warming on World of Tanks, and pretty soon we won't be able to go to cool places like the beach in El Haluf and stuff like that because of the sea level rise.
Permission to engage. Penetration. Target released.
Yikes.
Target acquired.
And suddenly he's in the middle of three
Target released. Ready to fire.
3 already, not the best place to be, but his team's helping him out here. 2 down.
Critical hit.
JW Panther just missed him, so he's safe. The guy's going to be dead before he can reload. And
They're knocked out.
Vorkorsigan gets the last kill. He ends up 2,085 points of damage and 3 kills. 27 of 31 shooting, that's 87%. He got 1,641 assisted damage with 5 spots. Earned, I think 47,000, maybe 42,532 credits. Survived the fight, got a Confederate. Boy, T21s are just great for Confederates. Fire for Effect, Bruiser, and Spotter mini medals, was awarded 2,325 XP, and that gives him a battle score of 2,370. Good for 12th place on the T21 list. Once again, if you have North Spawn in Murovanka, doesn't matter whether it's standard or encounter, try coming down here. There's a bush here, there's a bush here that you can use to spot and snipe to the south. At least give it a try and get used to it. It may take a couple battles to play it, to learn the little intricacies of it. It's very subtle movements can make a big difference in where people see you or can snipe you. Most of the time you'll get spots as people come this way, and then as they move around up here and start fighting your allies from the north, as they go up and over these hills here, you get to shoot at them. At the same time, you have to be aware of people moving up in the middle, and a lot of enemies set up down here on the ridge. Depending on where you're at, you'll get a chance to snipe at some of these people, especially if they try to move north. So early on in the fight, it's a great place for a scout to be. As the fight progresses, then you watch what's happening and determine where to go. In this battle, Vorkorsigan realized, hey, I don't have anybody over here. So it's kind of useless for me spotting, and all I'm going to do is stay here too long and have people come around once they see me and take me out. I need to get over here and join my team. And he came over here and helped fight. And then as he saw the mediums push all the way to the north, he realized there's a gap right here. I can move down here to this group of bushes down here and spot all the tanks down to the south and snipe again. And so it's a matter of watching the minimap, taking advantage of what he sees. There's no way to teach how to do it. That's the unfortunate part. You can't say, in this position, always do this, and over here, always do this, because every battle's different. Even if the main locations you go to are similar or the same, when you move from one to the other is always dictated by that fight. And so you can't just say it's not a cookie cutter thing where you stay here until there's 12 minutes to go in the fight and then you move here. It's all based on what you're seeing on the battlefield. And the only way to learn that is to watch other films, see how people make their decisions, and then practice doing it yourself and learn from your mistakes. We don't see them in the Hall of Fame. Like I've said this every once in a while. You don't see the mistakes in the Hall of Fame, but trust me, everybody you see in here that has multiple battles, and everybody you see that even only has one entry, there are many battles where they try to do something and it doesn't work and they die. And a lot of the best players will go back and look at it and watch the replay and say, should I have known I couldn't have done that? Sometimes, hey, you take a chance and it doesn't work out. Other times you go back and look at your replay and it's like, oh man, that guy was lit up and I just never realized he was there. Or based on other tanks taking damage, I should have realized there was somebody over here in this area and I shouldn't have gone there. In this case, he played everything perfect and ends up in the Hall of Fame. Vorkorsigan. Happy hunting.